Um, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please, I am apologizing on behalf of myself and the team of the incident that happened. Actually, it's time for Azan Isha prayers over here. We are planning to adjust the timing, inshallah. I'm sorry. I hope my apologies will be accepted.
It's already accepted, sir. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So as I was saying, we have already. Can someone please? Do you have any question, please?
So far, there is no question for me.
Okay. I have somewhere I want us to reach. Let me see the timing, which is more important. You guys have already read all this one. Entrepreneurship is an unusual journey. We are going to discuss this, I think, tomorrow. Entrepreneurship journey. So it has already been planned. Okay. What do you understand by success, according to your own definitions?
Success.
Let me tell you, as an entrepreneur, you have to think for yourself because you take a decision based on the little information you got. You are the boss of yourself. It's one of the beauty of being an entrepreneur. You are an independent, so it's flexible. You are not like us, government officials. You align yourself to monthly 30 days counting, always praying that your days are passing by, not knowing. So please feel free. If you have any kind of misconception about what entrepreneurship is, this is an interactive session. So feel free, please, to bring it on the table so that we can discuss it. What do you guys understand by, what do you define on your own terms? The definition, simple understanding of success.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
According to my own understanding,
Your name, please, because
success is when you're able to have to work for more than 24 hours in a day and having more than 10 or 15 people working under you as an entrepreneur, then you're already a successful human being. Because success comes as a result of helping other people to succeed in life.
That's wonderful.
So
yes.
that is my little understanding.
All right.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Walaikum salam. Thank you very much. Okay.
It's from Susan Abdullah Suleiman.
Okay.
From Edu.
Okay.
From my own understanding, when you say success, it means when you set a goal that you want to achieve within the time frame, you're able to achieve the target you set for yourself. Then you can call it you succeeded based on the target you set, because you have to have a goal for you to be measurable and it's achievable. So based on that, you can say, okay, I succeeded in this. So the same thing with entrepreneur. When you start anything, you need to set a goal. Okay, this is like what we have said so far. But it's not usually. Sometimes it's not about the money or the accomplishment of the money, but the desire you have achieved. So everybody has his goal. You can achieve. You can target the money. Still, it's part of the entrepreneur.
Yes, you are right. Actually, for us to cultivate the potentials in our community, we need to have so many people with the same kind of mindset like you guys. This is a wonderful presentation from the two of you. MashaAllah, I believe if we were to go by asking one by one, we are going to get more impressive feedbacks. So it's not all about remuneration. What am I going to get? But to have to at least impact in the life of others, which that should be a kind of priority to an entrepreneur, which a person that has a passion for being an entrepreneur. And it has to be someone like you guys, which they doesn't have two brains. all those guys, like what you mentioned in like 15 to the number of employees in this kind of era we are living in, when it comes to like innovation, a software, you can build a software. You need a team. That is a startup. It's a different category. Well, yes, you can be an entrepreneur, but the small businesses that we are trying to drive nowadays in our community is a little bit different. I know the kind of number of employees which you have to produce a unicorn in the near future, which value as billions. So it's a little bit okay. Okay, entrepreneurial lifestyle and career. This is something very interesting, which you have to excuse me, please, because you know, due to the time differences, which, like I said, in the next 5 minutes, I need to go for Isha prayers, please. Oh, okay. Our lifestyle, which is very important. The lifestyle of an entrepreneur is different. You need a network because you remember you are an independent someone. As part of the comments statement made by the other entrepreneur I mentioned, Konosaki, he said something very beautiful. He said whenever he sat down, he always not thinking of how to feed his own family, but the families belonging to his own staff, employees. Is that how we think nowadays? Most of us, we are after our own revenue. How am I going to improve my life? That is not the lifestyle of an entrepreneur. You have all read this, right? So we have mentioned the calculated risk with due diligence. So you have to do it. There are so many things you have to consider. There are so many factors you need to consider. You have, like, what's the incident that happened? Is it MTFF something that I think scheme, a very fraudy scheme that I think led to losing over $1 billion from a poor Nigerians. When I read the news, it was very unfortunate. And clearly, they stated that from northern Nigeria, because we lack some, is it blockchain knowledge. So that shows you that we have an entrepreneurship risk-taking mindset, but implementing it in the wrong way. So a lifestyle venture is a business in which a founder's primary focus is lifestyle, which not only becoming an entrepreneur, the primary interest, like we mentioned, is rewards, right? So if I may ask, if I want to start a business now, currently, and assuming someone from Zamfara, someone from Kaduna, right? What kind of business do you think, as an entrepreneur, not a venture, which it might be like in existence, as an entrepreneur, like we have mentioned, you have seen opportunity. What kind of, we are going to discuss that in the future. What kind of business will you suggest for me to start in a remote area where, like, we have a community of 1 million or 2 million residents? None of them, understand the question, please. None of those that are residing, the residents, none of them is like up to the level of, you may think it's not possible, right? Not to a level of maybe higher institution. And they always use a plastic bag. What kind of business do you think you can be able to recommend for me to start as a novice? I have just a passion of being an entrepreneur. Can anybody think within his community, within his society, this kind of solution?
I have one. Yes, so I'm still coming back to make comment on this. I think within the remote area that we're talking about, the best thing is to look at the environment. Now we are about to start harvesting. So what do is that they always harvest their product and take it directly to the market. Why can't we develop a method whereby we can be packaging the same product that they're going to buy in the market to use them? Why can't we start packaging them for them? Like let's say, example of less, you make it in form of gari and you be selling and package them outside, or you can have a machine that usually take care of this rice packaging and rice small companies. You can be able to buy from the farmers directly, and you can actually process it and package it, which are being applied somewhere, but in those remote areas that you're talking about, you cannot have this one. Thank you.
So you see, this is a very good, he's taking the advantage of just the number I mentioned, right? You are taking an advantage of what? The number. Please, with your permission, it's time for prayers. I don't know how to apologize.
I'm sorry. Thank you very much. You can go for your prayers. And I think while he is away, we can continue with the discussions. Muhammad Sani, you were saying something? Or I don't. If anybody have something to say, let him bring it up, please, before he comes back.
Yeah, I just want to add a little knowledge on what the previous contributor have just said, which is Muhammad Sani.
No.
For me, if I am part of that community of 1 million people or more than that, then the simplest business, which I think will bring an advantage to my business as an entrepreneur, then I'll have to have a kind of mini company, rice milling processing company, that remote, which will make the rice after harvest look more clearer and more refined for taken to market. Because in remote area or rural areas, we are lacking machines that process that mill rice to the test or to the current level of how it should be processed. So if I can be able to make something of that nature and with little income from it, I will have to gain a lot from that company. My idea, I think.
Thank you for the contribution, Muhammad Dawood. Can everybody see my screen, please?
No.
You cannot see my screen?
Yes.
I shared a
Yes, you understand.
Yeah.
Yes, you are seeing now.
Let me share again. Can you see my screen?
No.
Well, the screen I can see here is showing reflection. How can you put your strengths to work and so on? If that is the screen you are sharing, then I can see it.
No. What of now?
Yes.
Yes, we can see it now.
We can see it now.
Green venture planning document, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This is a document. It's not large document, just few pages, about up to 5 pages, I think. I'm going to share this document with everybody. And across this program, we are expected to fill in this document. Okay?
Okay.
Will be grouped into 3. We are going to have some groups, group of 3 people per group. I've started the grouping for those who registered earlier. So we are going to have some groupings. So each group will work as a team. So you contact yourselves and then you fill in this form together. So the expectation is that by the end of this program, every group should be able to have a business plan. Okay? Every group should be able to come up with a business plan. So the first thing to fill in this document is you should create a list of your strengths, the current strength you have. What are your capabilities? What can you do? For you to be an entrepreneur, an IT entrepreneur, you don't have to be a programmer. A lot of people run from IT entrepreneurship thinking that you have to be a computer science graduate or you have to be a programmer before you can venture into an IT entrepreneurship business, but that is not the reality. So as we go along in this course, we are going to understand that that is not a reality. IT entrepreneurship is open for every person who is interested. So you are going to list out some strengths which you currently have. Are you good in managing people? It's also a skill, right? You can just be the person with the idea and then you have people to come up and build your idea. You don't know how to program, but you have a programming idea and you know how to manage people. You bring people together to make them build this. You manage a business, a lot of things. So put down like up to 10 skills depending on your group. Okay. If you have more than that, you can still list them, but the minimum is just 10 skills. You might have maybe 3, your colleague have like 5, and so on and so forth. So today's assignment is to fill in the first part of this program, the first part of this document. Just put in your skills. The second part is create a list of ideas that you can build from these skills. With these skills, what can you do? So leave the second part for the next program, okay? So for this particular program, you only fill in the first part only. So it means you are going to be filling this document across the entire program. When you look at this particular page, it starts from module 7. You start filling this part when you get to module 7, okay? We will advise that everybody should be reading the content, the online content. It's a very rich content. It will guide you a lot, it will help you a lot in understanding what we are doing in this program, okay? We might not discuss everything here. Here we only come to interact with you, to discuss things, to ask questions, to try to find out solutions to issues we may encounter. But the main content is online. We will advise we read the content. We are also going to share the slides. We have PowerPoint slides. It's just a brief summary of the content. We are going to share the slides at the end of every section for lazy people like me who cannot read the entire content. So we are going to share the slide as well. So for those who are not grouped yet, we are going to do the grouping today, inshallah, and enrollment have been closed. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have any contribution from members?
Assalamu alaikum. So, Malam Zubairu, sir, if I understand what you finished explaining just right now about this document you just shared, it means each group will become an entity.
Yes.
Which means that For every group, you are going to have to fill that form with the same information.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
The idea behind this is to encourage teamwork. One of the skills we need to learn as entrepreneurs is teamwork. You should learn how to work with people. You cannot manage a business alone.
Yes, I understand it clearly, sir. Thank
So
you.
we want to promote collaboration amongst people.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Yeah, I have a suggestion and an advice, please,
Okay.
especially to the participants.
Okay.
I think it is very like maybe on file if you can mute your own mic while someone is speaking or when the lecture is going on, because you can hear the voice of children and some other things. Or I can advise us to please find a quiet place where you can listen to your
Oh,
lecture.
you Allah. Sorry.
Understand? So
Dillo
this is
ngulu.
my
Not a good
Okay.
introduction.
Thank you for that advice.
Yeah, not seeing you at all, sir.
Sir, since we are all online, can you like inform us when he's back so we can come back and log in?
I'm trying to share something here, please. Let's
Okay. All right. No problem.
2 minutes, 2 seconds.
Ayun, I got you.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can see.
I'm logging into the online platform. So let me have a demo, maybe a guide on how to navigate on this platform. All right. So as you can see, this is the lecture content. If you can see my screen, we have some buttons here at the top, which you can use to navigate the content. The first one here is assignment. This is assignment. When you hover on it, you can see assignment written on it. So if you want to take the chapter quiz, every chapter have a quiz. If you want to take the quiz, this is where you come to. If you open any of this, you're going to take the quiz, right? If you want to read the content, you click on this particular button, content button. You see the content like this. So you scroll down, you go through the content, chapter by chapter. If you want to download resources, some of the PDF documents are uploaded here. You can see action plan template, business plan template. From my end here, I can add other documents. So the PowerPoint we are going to share, we are going to drop them here on inside the course, so that when you log in, you can be able to download PowerPoint for each chapter. Okay. If you have problems navigating through the content, you can always let us know. I think Mala Ibrahim is back. Is he back?
Yes, I'm back, inshallah.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I don't know.
okay, before he continue, I would like to also advise us that we should try as much as we can to access this content. Okay. I can see some students have already accessed the content. Some have even attempted the quizzes. We have somebody here with 90 over 100 for the first quiz. So it's advisable we do this. From our own end, we can see who have logged in, who have not, how many time you've spent on each chapter, how many modules you've read. We have all of this information. So if anybody is not accessing the content, we still can see. We just hope that everybody will use the content. It's a very rich content, and I'm very sure you will not regret reading this content. It will help you in your entrepreneurship journey a lot. Thank you very much. Mala Ibrahim, I think you can continue.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sorry, let me share my screen again, please.
Okay.
I know I have a few minutes left, right? Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Here we are going to discuss Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, the entrepreneur as a problem solver. So we have discussed he is like a change, and he is a change agent to his community. Okay. How is he going to do that? He has to position himself in a different way than other normal citizens, right? By identifying the problem, seeing the opportunities, and taking the opportunities, utilizing it. There are so many challenges we have at the moment within our surroundings. How are you going to identify such kind of challenges as an opportunity for you? I have within this text, you can read it by yourself. I'm not good in it. Okay, this is a simple model which you are going to use. Please, can you all see my board behind me?
Yes.
Okay, that is interesting. MashaAllah. Okay, these are social issues that you want to solve. That is the first column here.
We should identify.
Yes, the issues you need to identify. How are you going to identify them? At the end of this course, I believe you are going to come up with a lot of ideas, inshallah. So if you identify the issues, the challenges, you have to analyze who are the users, who are you going to solve this problem for? Why do you need this solution? Is it going to add, remember we mentioned economic value, and also is it going to add a social value? Yes, there are so many questions you need to ask. That is why we said it's a calculative risk. Someone that can be able to take a calculative risk, not any kind of person. So as someone with a passion is different from someone which, based on the influence, environmental influence, he could not be able to get a job, or something that led him to being an entrepreneur. These are two different, maybe just a business, small business. But someone who has a passion should be able to do this, the first one. Okay, your solution. Come up with different kind of solutions. Yes, I have already identified these are my problems. These are the society problems. That is why we always said entrepreneurship is the source of wealth, economic growth, and other social problem solver. Okay, after identifying these kind of things, we are going to discuss business model in the future. How am I going to start this financing? Did you know that according to a latest research, funding is one of our challenges, but it's not number one challenges. One of our major challenges in starting a business is lack of trust. We have mentioned franchising, right? Which you can be able to get access to some other established companies, businesses, their services or products. You just bear their names. It's not necessary someone may, people will understand that it's not the actual company, right? So you need to have a budget, which at the end of this program, you are going to learn business, coming up with a business model, developing your own business model, which is one of the mistakes we made. First of all, try to get your self-funding from your savings. For the ladies, you can be able to start something, at least a home-based business. You will think of, okay, what are the certain problems that you think are frequent in the community? How am I going to solve those problems? Okay, as someone, okay, the next thing is you have already gotten the solution. These are for startups that want to shift from being an entrepreneur to a startup. I think I have mentioned, we have differentiated between startups and normal entrepreneurs, which are small businesses, right? Am I right? I think we have discussed that in our previous slides. These are, are we on the same page?
Yes.
So have we differentiated between a small businesses and an entrepreneur?
Yes, we have. Yes, we do.
Yes.
Okay, so with that, you see, if it is like a small businesses, you don't need team members, right? Being an entrepreneur, that's, yes, if you want to be a real entrepreneur, that you want to solve a problem, that in the future you want it to become a corporate business, that is when you need some setting protocols, which in this situation, which everyone is hoping to do that, but at least start somewhere. Why most of our businesses are failing is lack of consistency, patience, and also not only being patient, being consistent on what you do. So here, what are the possible enablers that will make you achieve? Sorry, can you see my screen? Am I the bot?
Yes.
Okay, you identify an issue. You identify issue here, right? This is the social issues, right? So this is my possible solution. Right? This is my possible solution, right? So how am I going to achieve this? To be part of your questions, right? Not only financially, any kind of instrument that will support you in achieving that, you just bring it in. We call it business model, right? If it is a startup that you are thinking of, okay, this you want it to be a unicorn in the future, whereby you can be able to hire hundreds, more than what we said for the entrepreneur, normal business, small businesses, then you have to start thinking of, okay, what kind of, not necessary technology, the kind of protocols or the method you want to achieve that. So we call this technology because it's a technology concept, because for startups, in order for you to benefit from a lot of initiatives by the government or different sponsors. The next thing is, okay, do you need a team? Yes. Okay. Someone that is going to handle finance. I need something that I need to develop. Is a platform, right? I need a developer, right? What else? I need someone with the skills, just expertise on a business marketing. So these are kind of the things that you can be able to get so many ideas and a solution within a just blink of an eye. But that is not where the challenge comes. Most of our challenges is, like I said, consistency, being patient. Before you, as an entrepreneur, before you succeed, as part of success, patience and perseverance should be part of you. You have already signed taking risks. Do we understand this concept?
Yes, sir.
Nice, Ibrahim. Do we have any question?
Actually, we can see what you are writing on the board.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, it's due to my poor computer camera, I think.
I think there's a, I think there's a functionality of a whiteboard. Maybe it can be more.
Yes, I wanted to use it, but I feel scared of my computer. At times, it's a touch screen. If there is any dust, at times it becomes abnormal, start misbehaving here and there. Thank you for that. So, but do you understand the concept?
Yes, sir.
Not yes. Okay.
Gosh, you didn't understand it, sir.
Yeah, I have. Please, let us be friends. Okay, the first column, you identify the issues, right? Identifying the issues which is within your surroundings. What is the actual problem? What is going on? For instance, let me give you an example. For me, as an entrepreneur, now if I want to establish a company, I'm going to establish a Pampers company. Anything related, like something like Pampers, you know? Why? Because it has been predicted Nigeria, our population will be around 300 plus by 2030, right? I have the vision